I can't wait for this day.
Me too.
Oh, okay, we have 23 participants. Mm. Look, I still remember one of participants from Mexico. I still remember Fernanda.
Me too. I think she's there from batch 1, right?
Yes, Fernanda. Hello. Where are you? I know there's still midnight, and I know you are so sleepy, but you still, struggle to stay awake for this program.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Here you go. Hello, Fernanda, how are you?
I'm
still
fine.
midnight there?
Yes, it's midnight.
Oh, it's midnight. But thank you so much for joining, even though perhaps you're sleepy and all.
No, thank you so much for you. For your invitation.
But can we see you? Can we see you because you turn off the camera?
Okay, wait a minute, please.
Oh yeah, I want to say again for the new participants here, please rename into your name, your city, and then your country. And then if it's possible, if you don't have any obstacle, please turn on your camera too, so we can see you guys and we can be much more comfortable into, communicating and all.
Yep, that's true.
The speaker is still not here yet.
Maybe she have problem too, like me.
Well, I feel more confidence today because of you, Mr. Bako, eh?
Oh, thankfully, hopefully. Thank you very much. We feel very confident too, because you can speak up and, communicate with us.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
We see you now. We can see you now.
Hello, Fernanda.
Hi.
It's midnight there. Wow. How are you?
Yes.
You're doing great, right?
I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I can see you here again in VLC Batch 2.
Same.
Thank you so much for your invitation again for the VLC-Indonesia.
Eqbal here.
Oh, Miss Eqbal is finally here?
Here?
Once again, before we invite Miss Eqbal to talk, I want to remind you guys again to please rename your name, your city, and then your country. And then if it's possible, please turn on the camera too, okay? I only see around 6 people here who only open their camera.
Okay, Miss Alfat, please see my message.
Natalie cannot rename. It's okay. Natalie, if you can turn on the camera, please. If it's possible, turn on camera too. And who else? Pandi, perhaps, Natalie. There's Zoom Edu. I don't know who Zoom Edu is, but please, if it's possible, rename yourself and turn on your camera. You can use the background, but you can see Mr. Beko and Mr. Shamsi from Makassar. They use the background. And we will start our meeting in 2 minutes. So once again, I would like to remind to rename yourself and also turn on your camera. Thank you.
Excuse me, I can use the background because
yeah, sure. It's okay. You can use
my cell phone.
It's okay. You don't need to ask us. Please just go. Feel free. It's okay, Ardian.
My laptop is potato. Same. Same with me. Something wrong with my laptop. Oh my God.
Okay, I see a lot of people here who open the camera. There is Pipi, there is Rina. Hello, Rina. Where are you from?
Hi, I'm from Bandung.
From Bandung too. Wow, there's a lot of people from Bandung, right, Miss Alfat?
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Okay, I will check one by one. I can see Teacher Eqbal here.
Oh, hello, Teacher
Hello,
Eqbal.
Teacher Eqbal.
Hi.
Oh my God, so glad to see you here. You unmute your voice, please. You
It's
are
still on
unmute.
mute.
Unmute.
Yeah, do you hear now my voice?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can hear your voice now.
Right. So just when they are ready, I'll start.
Okay. I would like to ask you again, so we can start earlier. Please rename yourself and so turn on your camera. There is still around 7 people here: Ardian, Mr. Shamsir, Pipi, Rina, and then the host who turned on the camera. Oh, Mr. Biko is gone. Where is he? It's
Okay.
Alpha too. Oh, there you are, Miss Alpha.
Oh, I'm here. Okay.
From what I can see in the chat room, there is from Timur Leste and there's from Makassar, from Malaysia just now. Who was from Malaysia? I forgot. Rafiza, I guess.
Miss
Rafiza was from Malaysia.
From Saudi Arabia.
Wait, me?
You?
I'm from Saudi Arabia. Wait, okay, Moroge. I don't know how to pronounce it. Moroge BM. Are you from Saudi Arabia?
Let's see.
Can you hear our voice? Mr. Baker is back.
Okay.
There's from Banjarbaru. Hello, Isma. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great too. Thank you. Miss Alpha, you're doing good, I hope.
Wait. Because I use my phone, so I have a problem with that.
Okay. How is the weather in Banjarbaru? Is it hot?
Yes, it's hot enough.
Are you hot right now? Can I touch you?
No, I'm using pen.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yes.
There's from Yemen, but living in Saudi Arabia, and then there's from Iran.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay,
Miss Alpha and Hara, are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready, of course.
We are very ready.
How about the participants? Is the participants ready?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe. Okay, from Moroge, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
You cannot open. It's okay. That's okay. Okay, let's start.
Okay, okay.
I think you can start now, I guess. There's a lot of people here already.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, are you ready for today?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start this program. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
How was your days? I hope everything goes well, and hopefully you always stay safe wherever you are right now. So I'm so excited that we can meet again here in our 5th meeting in this awesome program with awesome teacher and of course with awesome participants. So before we start our program today, I want to hear all of you to say, one teacher, one book, and one thing can change the world. Please unmute because I want to hear all of you to say, one teacher, one book, and one thing can change the world. 1, 2, 3. One
teacher,
one book,
and one thing can change the world.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, firstly, I'm Alfred, and my host partner, Haura, want to say welcome back again to International English Training Class Batch 2 by VLC-Indonesia in collaboration on our 5th day meeting, and this is so amazing. We really appreciate you for attending today's meeting, and let's learn English together with our awesome coach from Yemen. So, participant, this is a really good opportunity to learn as much knowledge about English. We have 1 hour and 30 minutes, and today I'm here with Haura as panel host from Indonesia School in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia. Hello, Haura, how are you?
Hello, Ms. Alpha. Thank you very much. Honestly, this is another great opportunity for me because I have been a host in the Batch 1 International training class, and I can be a host again in today's meeting. And to the people who doesn't know me, perhaps this is their first time. Hello from the participants in Indonesia and also from abroad. There's a lot of people from abroad here. My name is Haura Aurela Arifa, and I'm a student in Indonesian School of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. I think there's a people in Saudi Arabia here. Just now, Moro GBM, hello. We're in the same place today. And also, I hope everyone's doing okay today. Stay strong, stay healthy, especially in today's pandemic. Here, we also know there will be 3 sessions. The first one is the opening remarks, and then the second is the presentation by our beloved speaker from Yemen, and also the last one is Q&A session. So, Ms. Alfat, what should we do next?
Thanks for asking, Haura. So before that, we will read some rules. We will read some rules for all of you. First, please mute your microphone, but still open your camera on so we can see all of you here. And then don't forget to rename again and again your name and then your city or your country so we can recognize you all. Okay, so what's next, Haura?
Okay, the fourth one is that in the Q&A session, you can ask, perhaps if you want to ask question in the chat room of the Zoom, or you can click the raise hand and you may ask directly. And also the last one is that there will be an attendance form on the last 10 minutes of the program. So for the participants that join today, please mark today's date. And also today is Saturday, right? And also to save a screenshot, so a proof that you're joining this meeting today and that you will need to upload it in the attendance form.
Okay, dear participant, we want to remind you again and again, please use your background if you don't have any problem with that, except you have a problem with that background, but please use that background. And then, wait, hold on. Let's invite Mr. Abdullah. Is Mr. Abdullah is here? Mr. Abdullah is ex-principal of Indonesian School in Riyadh for opening remark. Mr. Beko? Is Mr. Abdullah here?
Oh, he's not
here. The last session, actually. I would like to give you a message for you, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay, then let's enter our main season with our awesome teacher, our fabulous coach from Yemen. And here we go. Welcome to our class, Teacher Eqbal.
Hello, Teacher Eqbal.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Good morning. How are you, dear?
Yeah, we're doing great.
You fine?
We're doing great.
So please, before I get started, just want to, control. Can I control it or not? Can you please just give me the control?
Oh, okay.
You want to show something in the screen or?
Okay. First of all, to the people who doesn't know Teacher Eqbal, I'll read a short biography of her. So
I'll talk about myself later on.
Okay.
yeah, of course. I'll introduce myself later on. Just first of all, I will show you like we can say a screen. Then after that, I will talk about myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Baker, I think.
Thank you.
She can allow the share screen, and then she can introduce herself. She wants to introduce herself. Okay, done?
Yeah, later on. Just first of all, let's go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now we start.
Okay, so here we can see the short biography of our beloved teacher today.
Doesn't work, right? Okay. So, so in this International English Training class, first of all, I just want to thank you all for being with me. I want to thank Ms. Abako. I want to thank Hauda, Miss Hauda, and I want to thank also Miss Alfat and Ms. Sakma. All of you were amazing and are amazing actually. So let's just talk about myself. My name is Eqbal Al-Akhbari. I'm an English teacher, English as a foreign language teacher at many national institutes who has graduated from Sana University Faculty of Languages Department of English. And I'm a TESOL certified teacher. And I also a member of Teaching English British Council and BBC and International Training, translator, and also the founder of Downtown Institute, certified teacher trainer. Okay, this is my email if you want to mail me later on. And let's get started. Here, without further ado, let's get started. Let me just close it.
Okay.
Before that, Teacher Eqbal, can I ask you just one question?
Yeah, you can, of course.
I want to ask, how is the situation, since this is pandemic, how is the situation in Yemen right now, the pandemic situation?
It's okay. I mean, we don't have coronavirus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't have. That's good. That's
great.
good news.
That's a good news, right? Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you, dear. Okay, so now I just want to get to the screen itself. Oh my God, what's wrong with it?
Okay, we're still waiting. Don't worry.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry with this slide. Okay, just stop. Do it. Can you control it from your position? I mean, your voice instead of me.
Mr. Baker.
Okay, let me just go there.
Is it doing good?
No, wait a minute, just.
Okay, I think.
Let me go to the previous one.
Well, we see.
Do you see my screen now? Do you see my screen?
No,
yeah,
not
we
yet.
see your screen.
Yeah, do you see my screen?
But it's still blank. Still blank.
Okay. Because I've added some things yesterday. So, girls, guys, all of you here, I just want to talk about my topic today, which is about mastering of casual speech. And all of you maybe know about casual speech. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but I'll talk about it today. Mastering of casual speech means that to be perfect as a native speaker, to be a perfect speaker, okay, like natives. So how to be like them? There are some steps, of course. Let's go down here. Do you see my screen again?
I'm sorry, but
no?
I think it's kind of black.
Yeah, we cannot
everybody
see anything.
Here see the share screen? No?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of black.
So let's go back there. Oh my God.
Okay, cannot see.
Okay, Mr. Bako, can you control, instead of me, can you control it? I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my screen now. Can you just...
Yeah, we can see that.
There.
We can see that right now.
What about now?
Yep,
yes,
we
can see that.
Can you see?
Yep.
You can see. Thank you.
Clear.
It's Vida. Thank you so much. Where is it? So casual speech is the way you talk with others who are close to you, or the way that you use in everyday informal situations, okay? Like shopping, for example, at the store, chatting on the phone, and talking to your friends or family members, okay? So in this situation, I mean, casual speech means to speak normally, like informal, okay? Informally, okay? So you use casual speech if you want to speak with your friends, with your family, with someone who you know so much, or they are close to you, or in the same age, or in the same position in the job, okay? So you can use in the situations like casual speech. But if you are, for example, talking with a boss, if you're talking with your manager, if you're talking with someone who is in a higher position than you, then you have not to use casual speech. Casual speech means to speak friendly, means to speak like in a good way, like to be someone who is so kind with the others, okay? So if you speak, for example, formally with all people around you, here they will see that you're stiff, okay, or dull. So you're gonna be like someone who is not always welcome with people, or and you will strange. No mistake.
Yes.
Hi. Great. And in these situations, I mean, in normal situations, if you go to America, or if you go to Britain, for example, you will not see people, for example, speak like formal language. Why? Because they are, I mean, like it's the normal situation itself is to speak. The normal situation itself is to speak. Thank you so much. Using informal speech. Okay. Okay, so actually in our schools or in our colleges, in our institutes, most of times we use, or we study, or students study, we can say, like formal one, okay? Yeah, because it is like, we can say it's academic curriculums, okay? So because they are academic curriculums, of course, it's gonna be like dialect standards, sorry. So students there, of course, study this curriculum and get these words, get these phrases and so on, okay? When they gotta speak with the others, they speak formally or speak formal speech, okay? And if they go there, of course, they will understand them, of course, they will get the idea. And they will understand that they are native speakers because they speak like in we can say formal way, and this formal way is for these people who studied in, if they are not native speakers, of course, who studied in the college, university, and so on, okay? So it's gonna be fine with them. They can understand your situation. But if you are a native speaker and try to speak this way, of course, they will not be, or sorry, this will not be acceptable actually, okay? So look here, how can you get it? For example, here, it's the language that is used in the movies, so you can get it from the movies and on TV shows and often in the lyrics of songs. And casual speech is way to sound friendly, as I said before, and it's way that most native speakers speak, okay? Now we will say here, is it formal or informal speech? Okay, so formal language is less personal than informal language, and it's used in writing for professional academic purposes like university assignments, and it doesn't use colloquialism, contractions, or first pronouns as such as sorry, I or we, okay? And we can, use it when we talk to old people in most cultures. Yes, that's right. If you're talking with someone who is older than you, you can use formal language, okay? If you're talking with your manager, with your boss, with someone who is in a higher position than you, or you don't know so much, you can use formal language. And also if you are talking, for example, in emails, or you're teaching some students, you can use formal language. But here also is, something else, which is you're talking with your manager and you want to make like relationship between you and him, you can use informal language. It's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be amazing actually if you want to break, the pounds between you, okay? Now let's go to the second. Ways to master casual speech, okay? Ways to master casual speech and speak like native speakers. There are many ways actually. And number one here, what ways to help, first of all, I just want to give you some ways to that help you improve your speaking as a native speaker. Number one, listen to native speakers daily and listen to movies, songs, and videos. Yeah, listening to native speakers is something amazing actually. Why? Because they are the source of the language itself, right? So if you listen to, are you with me? Yours?
Yes, continue, please.
Great, thank you. I was just afraid that I was off. So if you listen to native speakers daily, of course, you will get some words, you will get some phrases, idioms, also the pronunciation and so on, okay? So it's something amazing to listen to them. But sometimes we don't have such thing. We don't have like native speakers surrounding us. So which will we do here? You can listen to movies. You can listen to songs and videos. Listening to movies, songs, and videos, as I told you before, they use most of times they use the informal language. Here you can get or pick up some words, phrases, and by days, you will be able to speak like them. Number two, use and practice what you have learned in every time you speak English, okay? Okay, so imagine that you study so much, study English, you have a lot of vocabulary, you have a lot of expressions, you have a lot of idioms, but you can't use them. So what is the benefit of such thing? You have to practice. So here we have to tell you, or I can tell you that practicing is the most important thing, okay? So practice the language. Use the words, use the phrases every day. Okay, some students, just keep like 50 words every day, but they can't use them because they don't practice. And also this will build your confidence. Number three here is speak with any native speaker. Yeah, in social media, we can get a lot of native speakers. You can speak with any native speaker, but if you can't, or if you don't have any native speaker, like any native friend, you can talk with yourself, speak with yourself, okay? in the front of a mirror. Yeah, you'll not be crazy actually, because talking in the front of a mirror, it means that you build like confidence, and also in this situation, I mean, you will observe or monitor your mouth, your lips, and everything, the movement. Okay, so you'll be able to know what is correct, what is not correct, where are your weakness points. And without feeling fear of making mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes. Okay, even native speakers sometimes make mistakes, so it's going to be fine. You have to put this in your consideration. Okay, now why casual speech? I still have a lot of things to say, but let me just go here to this point. Why casual speech is difficult? First of all, fast, the speed of the language itself. They speak fast and interrupt each other. Okay, and here we can say that when they speak, they don't give you the time. They speak very fast, and if you just listen to some movies or something, okay. So if you listen to some movies or something like this, you will notice that I mean, they speak very fast and interrupt each other, and this is something normal. Use purchase sentences often and not always full sentences. That's right. Yeah, it's not necessary. For example, you use like full sentences, but if you listen to some movies or watch some movies, actually you will see some sentences which are not complete or not full sentences, and it's gonna be fine because they can't understand each other in this way. Number 3, you have no time to speak during conversations. Okay, and you have no time to think about grammar rules, pronunciation, or the meaning of idioms. I mean, if you want to speak like native speakers, you have not to think about these things, about the meaning of the words, or about the meaning of idioms or grammar and so on. You have just to speak normally. Okay, so you must understand quickly when you listen to someone else. You must understand quickly, naturally, and automatically, and also this comes by practicing speaking correctly. Okay, so first of all, you will practice to speak like them. Yeah, you will practice to speak correctly. I mean, you have to build your language well, okay, and everything there at the grammar, pronunciation, stress, and so on. Okay, and then after that you will be able no, and before you have to practice, then after that you will be able to understand them normally. You'll be like them. Okay, the point of view, listens and listen to them. Okay, daily. Okay, so we have here the point of view listens. You have to go to them. Okay, you have to listen to the point of view listens. Listen to them daily. I mean, every time they have like conversations and vocabularies. Okay, so listen to them and get the words. And also here, think in English. Okay, so when you think, if you want to be like native speakers and master casual speech, you have to think in English. Don't think in your tongue language. Okay, don't think, for example, if you're Arabic person, don't think in Arabic. Don't think just in English. Okay, and try to speak fluently. How words come out. Just try just to release the words. Now here we have some basic examples of casual, okay, use of English. Number 1, we have simplified grammar and words. Simplified grammar and words. Yeah, in English, if you want to be like native speakers, as I told you before, you have to simplify grammar and words. They do this. Okay, one example is to drop the word like that. Okay, we know that if you want to speak, you can use that in the sentences. But you're going to be like native speakers. Sometimes, why we use that? We use that to connect clauses or to give more information. Okay, so here you can, I mean, just drop it and they can understand it very well without having any problem. Okay, example, I believe I could do it. Okay, let's go here. If you're not a native speaker, you will say, I believe that I could do it. Okay, do you hear me? And do you see my screen?
Yes, we can still hear, but Mr. Baker, I think we already moved to another slide.
Yeah, I don't know. Please help me, Teacher Iqbal, to say we have to move. We have to go another slide.
Yeah. I mean the 9th slide, I think, or 7th slide. I'm sorry that
I think it's the 8th slide. We have comes to the basic.
Yeah, here, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
The 8th slide.
Where is it? Let me just go.
The 6th slide. The 8th slide.
This is?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. No problem. Okay, so let me just go here to the number 7. I mean, just want to go to number 7. Where is it? Yeah, here. simplified grammar and words, as I told you before. So here, one example is to drop the word that. Okay, so if you're a normal person, must say, I believe that I could do it. Okay, so I believe that I could do it. But if you're a native speaker, it's gonna be fine to drop that and say, I believe I could do it without that. Number 2 here, words. Okay. Where's the screen? Sorry, but what's wrong with this? Sorry, what's wrong with this screen?
There, do everybody see the black box in between the screen, or is it?
Yeah,
just...
well, what's wrong with this black one?
Mr. Bacon, perhaps you open a chat box. We need to close it so we can see it. We can't see the screen because there's a black box in the screen.
Yeah, I just want to delete this black box, yeah, or black sheet here in the front of me.
Okay, here again.
Okay, it's clear. Please start again, Mrs. Eqbal.
Okay, thank you so much. So now words are become simplified and acceptable in English, like round for around, okay? So we can say, for example, round instead of around, and we say here special instead of spatially, okay? So you can here like drop some letters like your R and E for especially, and it's gonna be fine. It's okay. Why? To make it easier and to make it simple. This is just in English, okay? And here we have another one, which is, let me just go there to search for something. Okay, so we have here some words that can, or we can say words that are shortened and sound more casual and take less time to say, like, for example, cell instead of cellular. So you can say cell phone, okay? Prof instead of professor. What's wrong?
The screen is black again, Mr. Baker. I think you don't need to present. You just, yeah, like this. Okay, that's good.
No, not this one. The one before. Okay. Number 7. I just want number 7. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. So we can, as I told you before, shorten some words, some letters, some words by dropping some letters. It's gonna be fine. Also, here we have some basic examples like fill sounds, words, and phrases, and use them so much. Like, for example, like, they use like, okay, they're talking with other people, and you want to fill your sentences with some letter, with some words or sounds or something like this. You can use these words or sounds. Okay, sometimes you want, when you speak, with the people, and you want to think about something, but the idea is not in your mind, and you want to use. Okay, so what shall you do in this time? This moments, you can use these words like so they don't have any meaning. Okay, they don't have any meaning, or these words don't have any meaning, but just use them to fill the time. Okay, as like fillers. Use them as fillers. What's wrong with the screen? Mr. Baco? Okay. So we have basically, you can use basically, okay, when you're talking with the others, you can say, oh, no, I don't want this one. I need this.
This is?
No, 8. Number 8. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, what's wrong? No, sorry, number 9. Because number 9 was number 8. Number 9, if you don't mind.
This is a number 9.
Mr. Baka, number 9.
Yeah, this is number 9.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, what about number 10 and number 8?
Mr. Baker, we haven't come to
No,
slide yet.
I don't need this slide.
The 8th slide.
Yeah, I need the previous slide. The previous slide, if you don't mind.
Mr. Baker, maybe I can help.
That's right. Okay, so let's just get us, let's continue. Okay. And as I told you before, oh my God. Where's the screen? What about the previous? Okay, the H sound. I need the previous.
Which one?
I mean, just like, no, not this one. We have number 2, 3, 4. Where are they?
Okay, wait.
No, not here, not here. I mean, the same slide, but
I help Mr. Baker for your presentation, but
not this one. I'm
not
sorry, but
one?
not this one.
Okay.
I mean, even if I don't explain, this is gonna be fine.
Okay. Do I have to move to the previous or after?
No, the previous.
The previous, okay. Which one? Miss Eqbal?
Number 2. Look here, yes, number 2. Yeah, this is 7. No, I need number 2.
Okay.
The previous, yeah, this one. Thank you so much.
Oh, this one.
Now we are as I told you before. No, not this one. The next.
The next, yes.
Yeah. I've done this, yes. No, not this one. The next.
How is it?
Let's go to the next. Just one step.
Okay.
One slide. Okay, here. Yes, that's yeah. Thank you. No. The previous.
Not this one.
Miss Priyanti, I think it's the 8th slide. If you can see, it's the 8th slide.
This one.
This one is number 9, and then the previous one.
Okay, the one before. The one before. Give me the previous
this one. The 8th slide.
The basic example.
No, not this one. The previous one. I tell you stop. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here. Okay, so you can use also actually what I'm trying to say and so on, okay, etc. So now let's go to number 3, which is point number 3. 2 becomes da. 2 becomes da. Okay, so quickly the T in the word 2 in between 2 vowel sounds become more like that sound. For example, God is cool. So you don't say go to school, but you say God is cool. It's gonna be 2. It's gonna be like that. Okay. And likewise, when the word ends in an N and the vowel, for example, T, okay, becomes more like D. Okay, it's gonna be the same. Look here. We have an example. She will let it go. She will let it go. Okay. So instead of saying to go, it's gonna be to go as that. Okay. To the movie theater this Saturday. Now let's go here and becomes an. For example, my sisters Mary and Hidayah. Sorry. Okay, so my sisters Mary and it's gonna be Ann, not Aunt. Okay, and Hidayah. Sorry, or Mary and Hidayah, my sisters. Now let's go down here to number 5. Don't know becomes the know. Okay, and don't become dumb. Okay, for example, let's go here. I don't know how to elucidate these ideas. It's gonna be I don't know, not I don't know. Let me becomes let me, okay? So let me help you, not let me help me. Let me help you, okay? This is in casual speech. Now let's go to the next slide, if you don't mind. Just number 7. We need number 6. We need number 7. The next, if you don't mind. Yeah, thank you. So that becomes that. When using the word, for example, that quickly in a sentence, you often hear it that. For example, I thought that it was. It will not be that it was, that it was. Why? Because you want to speak fast. So when you want to speak fast or when you're speaking fast, here you just shorten some letters. Now let's go to 8. Want to becomes wanna. I want to get to school. I want to help you, okay? And it's the same when you say gonna, instead of going to gonna, okay? Let's go to 9. Have to becomes have to, not have to, okay? So they have to work hard. And here of becomes of instead of of, okay? For example, certainly she had been under a lot of stress, a lot of, so of. And here we have final T and plus Y becomes ch, okay? For example, what about your lecture? What about your lecture, okay? Look here, we have about, okay? And about here, we have T, about, okay? And we have Y. So together, we pronounce them as ch. What about your lecture? Okay, and here we have final D and Y. If you have D and Y, okay, I mean, if you have a word that ends with D and you have another word that starts with Y, we sound it as ja. For example, did you complete your homework? Did you? It's gonna be did you, not did you, did you? Did you complete your homework? Okay, so if you have fur, it becomes fur. Okay, so for example, this package is for the new fur, not for fur. Okay, let's go to the next, if you don't mind. Year 13, I just need 14, if you don't mind. Thank you. So yes, I have removed and sorry, it becomes is. If you have H, you remove it, and you have his, it's gonna be like is, okay? For example, I have to get. You don't say I have, okay? So I have to get, sorry, I have to get up early. I wasn't prepared for his, you don't say for his questions, okay? So it's very easy and it's gonna be just like, or you will master it by practicing. Now 60 words that end in T followed by A words, okay? Sorry, but by, there's no A here, by words that begins with T. I'm sorry for this mistake. Okay, are slurred together into one word. For example, it's my first time. It's my first time. You have first and time together. So the end letter of first is T and the first letter of time is T. Together, you just connect them together and pronounce them as if they are one word. It's gonna be first time, not first time, but first time, okay? Let's go to the second if you don't mind. '17, yeah, okay. So also in English, if you want to be like native speakers and if you want to master casual speech or to use casual speech, you have to use contractions, okay? So we use contractions in casual English. Like for example, I couldn't fix his car. So here couldn't, we don't say could not. Okay, so if you say I could not, they'll understand that you're not a native speaker. So you have to say I couldn't fix his car. Number 2, he'll call you as soon as possible. So it's gonna be, instead of he will, you say he'll, okay? And there, down here we have they would have, okay? They would have in York, okay? Instead of they would have, you said they would have. And here we have a lot of examples for contractions. You can practice them. And we have your clock, so it's gonna be like clock instead of o'clock, it's gonna be clock. And ma'am instead of madam. Let's go to the next if you don't mind. Yeah, slide number 2. The next, thank you. Now in English, if you want to be like native speakers, also you have to use slang words that are casually used in every speech, okay? So maybe you use another words, not like them, but or another phrases, another idioms, but they use this, okay? And if you use them, of course, you'll be like them. We have ace, which means very good at, or be skillful, okay? And I give you here an example. I'm a nice at computer, which means I'm a very good at computer, okay? Or I'm skillful at computer, okay? We have number 2, which is blab. And it's like, it means like to talk too much. For example, my students blab together. My students blab together. My students like to talk together very much. And chill out or chill. You can say, for example, chill or chill out. And yeah, and it means that to relax or to take it easy, okay? For example, it was my holiday and I wanted to chill out on the beach, okay? Or it was my holiday and I wanted to chill on the beach. Great. Now let's get a cold fish. If you're a normal person, of course, I say cold fish is a cold fish, right? We know cold fish. But here it has another meaning, which is unfriendly or unsociable person, okay? So my youngest sister was such as a cold fish. She never joined any gatherings. This is the meaning of cold fish, okay? So I'm not a cold fish. I like to be with the others. Or for example, she was a cold-fish person. She was a friendly person, okay? Now let's go to number 4, which is geezer, which means an old person. You have to respect geezers. You have to respect old people, okay? My grandfather is a geezer, so please respect him. So my grandfather is an old person, so you have to respect him, for example. And now you're to be out. What's the meaning of to be out? The meaning of to be out is to eat a lot of food in a messy way. Okay, so most of people say that. And first of all, I want to tell you why they said pig out. You know pigs, right? Pig is an animal that is messy and dirty, okay? And all the pigs, we can say that, eat from dirty places, right? So that's why they said to pig out means to eat in a messy way. So to eat a lot of food, but in a messy way, okay? For example, don't pig out. You still have a lot of time. Don't pig out, try to behave yourself. Let's go to the second if you don't mind. To drive someone up the wall, which means to make him crazy, okay? So, for example, don't drive me up the wall. Don't drive me up the wall. Don't make me crazy, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't reply to you because you drove me up the wall because he made me crazy. Let's go to party animal. Party animal is a person who loves or really enjoys, for example, parties. Okay, so even in our culture, we say that a party animal is a person who likes something very much, okay? And sure, because we say party, okay, means that you like to go to parties or enjoys parties so much, okay? I'm sorry, guys, I'm a party animal, so I can stay at home today. It means that I'm sorry, guys, I like to go to parties, so I can stay home today. And here we have bae, which means a beloved person, like partner or best friend. Okay, so you can say, for example, she's my bae, she's my best friend. Okay, raped, which means torn. This is the literal noun. Okay, we have raped. Butcher, and which is an adjective. Butcher, we have another meaning, which is if a person is raped, usually middle guys. Here, it means that they have muscles and strong, we can say bodies. So look here. You're so ripped. What's your secret? Oh, I go to gym, for example, or I practice in the gym. Now let's go here to number 10. We have epic fail, and it's a noun. We know the meaning of epic, which means huge, and then the meaning of fail, which means failure, right? So the two words together means like great, or we can say like disaster, failure, big failure, okay? You would choose this noun when something hasn't gone the right way as expected. I mean, if you were accepted, sorry, something to happen, or you accepted that everything's gonna be fine, then after that, you felt that everything wasn't as you expected, you can say that, oh, this is an epic fail. Now here we have we have an example actually, which is the school basketball team lost the game by 30 points. Oh yeah, epic fail, okay? So look here, the school basketball team lost the game by 30 points. So 30 points is not something like, we can say it's not few, right? It's we can say huge, we can say like a lot. 30 points are a lot, right? So it is an epic fail. We have ex, which is a noun, and old girl or boyfriend. Or you can even say a person that you know before, before. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Like my ex boss, my ex-manager. Okay, so let's go to the next if you don't mind. The next. Yeah, Mr. Baka, are you with me? Okay, so awesome. Many English speakers use awesome very much. It's a popular word in America. So it means like wonderful or amazing. Oh, awesome. You're awesome today. That is awesome, and so on, okay? So you use it most of times. We have cool also, which means great or fantastic, and it also shows that you are okay with an idea. So cool. For example, they want to drink some coffee. Cool. Okay, that means that you're okay with this idea. Let's go to the park. Cool. It's gonna be like if you want to show them that you agree, and it's gonna be fine. Do you want to come? Cool, which means sure. Agree. Show them your agreement. Let's go to 14. 14, which is wheels. And wheels are not like wheels that we know, but here refers to cars. So I have a, for example, I have a wheel, or for example, you can say like I want to go by my wheels, I want to go by my car. Also, you can say ride instead of wheels, okay? So you have wheels and you have car, ride. And these two words refer to car, to a car or to cars. Now let's go to nice. What is this? Okay. Okay. To dump somebody, for example, if you dump somebody, you are probably going to break their heart or stop having a romantic relationship with them for some reasons. Sarah and Kevin broke up. Oh no, who dumped who? Who broke the heart of the other? Okay, let's go to the second if you don't mind. The next. The next. Okay, sick. I think here we have sick, right? Okay, so what's the meaning of sick here? Sick means something amazing or something gooder. So the body was sick here. You know that, the meaning of sick. The normal, meaning of the sick means like you're ill, right? And they use sick more than ill. But here we have another thing, which is something lovely with something amazing like this, okay? So the body was sick, okay? Means that the body was amazing, awesome, or the best. So used only by teenagers and college students. Most of people don't, or we don't see this thing with old people. I mean, there are but teenagers, college students in schools and so on. Okay, these students who are still young, they can use this words between them. They can understand it very well. And what's your opinion on this concept? This is an example. It's sick. It's amazing. It's awesome. 16 here, we have hooked on something, which is an adjective. So you hooked on something, it means that you are addicted to something and you get enough, okay? For example here, you are hooked on him, you get enough. You don't want to continue with him. I'm hooked with drinking coffee, for example. This is another example. In, here in, of course, we know that is a preposition, but your situation, I mean, as a slang, we use it as an adjective. And it means to be in fashion or trending at the moment. So for example, what is the, what is an at the moment, okay? What is an at the moment? Why do you keep listening to that music? It's awful. Yeah, this is a person said. Why do you keep listening? His mom said, why do you keep listening to this music? It's awful. He said, or he replied, Mom, you don't know anything. It's totally in right now. It's totally in right now. It's now the trend. Okay. Let's go to the second if you don't mind. Next. Okay, bail. So bail means here living fast directly with that reason. With a reason for doing something, for example. Okay. So imagine that we are in a situation, for example, we went out or we gathered that, and I just suddenly wanted to leave. So I'll say, I'll bail. I will leave for doing something, okay? Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna leave. Why? You remembered to do something. Okay, so you were together, all of you speaking or doing something, and then after that you remembered, oh, I want to get a shot, or for example, I want to visit my grandmother. Oh, hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna leave fast because I remembered something to do. Okay. 19, to feel blue. Yeah, to feel blue means to feel sad. I feel blue. Don't speak with me today. How are you? I feel blue. I'm sad. Okay. 20, you can say also I'm under the weather, and it means that you are sad, okay? 20, we have buck, which means $1. So give me a buck, give me $1. All right, this costs 200 bucks. This costs $200. Now let's get to 21 here, to have a crush on somebody, which means to like somebody or to have a romantic infatuation with somebody. To have a feeling of romantic love for somebody, especially by somebody you don't know well, okay? And so to have a crush, I have a crush, okay, on him, or I have a crush on him, is gonna be fine. Number 22, which is to trash, which means to destroy something, okay? Okay, so we know the meaning of trash as a noun. which means garbage, but here we have to trash, which means to destroy something. He trashed his car. He destroyed his car. Okay. Baby. Here, baby is very attractive and hot, and most of the times it's used by, for example, boys to girls and girls to boys. Okay, not girls to girls, for example. So baby, very attractive and hot. And literally here, which means exactly. Okay, so literally, which means that exactly you mean it by you mean every single word that you talk. And here example, it's literally 1,000,000 degrees outside. And it's so hot. I just wanted to tell you, I don't exaggerate the degree outside or the hotness outside, but I just want to tell you that I mean it. Unlike here, as a verb used as a filler, as it did before, and it has no meaning, so a meaningless word. Like when you're talking, and then after that you say then you keep continuing talking with the others. It means here you don't have any meaning, but you just want to fill to fill the gap itself, to use it as a filler. Let's go to the next, if you don't mind. The next, which is 25. Yeah, thank you. Totally. Just emphasize or agree with an idea or statement. Okay. Oh, a nice singer. Okay, so number 26, we have bro, which means friend. And it's not I mean to give you an example. This is my bro, this is my friend. Hey bro, hey friend, like this. Ride a car, as I told you before, it's the same like when you say wheels. And we have here tool, which means stupid person, okay? You're a tool, you're a stupid person. Got it? So instead of saying, for example, a stupid person, you can say tool, you can say jerk. He's a jerk, he's a stupid. Okay, stupid person, sorry, you're stupid. On fleek, which means attractive. And poo, which means boyfriend or girlfriend. My bad, my mistake. That's my bad, it's my mistake. Keep it real, be yourself. Okay, so for example, if you're talking with someone who doesn't want to show his reality or doesn't want to show you his personality, you can say, keep it real, be yourself. Don't try to show another thing or don't try to imitate others. Try to be yourself. Peckish, to be slightly hungry. So I'm peckish, means that I'm not that much hungry, but slightly hungry. Okay, I'm feeling peckish. Do you want to eat today? I'm feeling peckish. Okay, fortnight means 2 weeks, okay? And I was waiting for you for fortnight, for 2 weeks. Got it? Which means you don't have very much money. It's can't. Okay? It's like when you say I'm broke. And 35, which means drives me mad. We have drives me mad. The bad, which means makes me bored or angry, okay? So you drive me around the bed, you make me angry or bored, okay? I don't like to watch this movie because this drives me around the bed. This makes me, for example, angry or bored. 36, sure, things pan out nicely means things go very well, okay? And oh my God, let's go down here. Things pan out nicely if we work together as one family. Okay, this is an example. Things goes very well if we work together as one family, as one hand. Okay, we have tied the knot, which means here we got married. Okay, or these two couples have tied the knot, they got married. Let's go to 38. Yes, sorry for this. Okay. It costs an arm and a leg, which means it costs a lot. Okay. Oh, do you want me to buy this one? It costs an arm and a leg. It costs a lot. I can't buy it. I mean, I can't pay for it. And keep a straight face means here to hide your smile or laugh. Okay, so if you're teaching and you don't want to show them a smile or a laugh, you can say here, I'm gonna keep a straight face, or I'm gonna keep a straight face, or I kept a straight face. I tried to hide my smile or my laugh. Over the top, too much. But here it has negative meaning. Okay, so I want to thank you, or yeah, it means that thank you over the top, but here it has a negative meaning, which means very much, too much, we can say, too much. Wrong end of the stake, which means here wrong idea. This is wrong end of a stake. This is a wrong idea, okay? Under or it's, for example, slicks here, which means they are, or it's about, to stop walking, okay? So on the last legs. I'm on my last legs. I'm about to stop working, okay? So I'm very tired today. I'm on my last legs. I'm about to stop working. For example, if you have like equipment or something like this, is gonna be your device. At work may also, you work really hard, okay? And I give you an example. I've been working my many days to write this presentation, okay? Which means sure, I work very hard to write this presentation. And here we have 44, which is sucker for you or for something or for somebody. So I can use them with something for somebody, or you, okay? So love or adore it. So I'm sucker for you, I love you. I'm sucker for chocolate. I adore or I love chocolate. Okay, I'm in touch with emotions, not afraid to show emotions, okay? I'm in touch with emotions, means that you don't feel afraid, you show emotions, yes. I fancy you, I like you. I fancy you, I like you. Yeah, 46, if you don't mind. And cold turkey, stop completely doing something. I'm cold turkey. I stopped completely doing something. Let's get it to the next one, which is 48. Yeah, 48, then the next. Why do I give you these things? Just want you to put in your mind that you can use them in a situation like American informal expressions. By the skin of my teeth here. When you say add only by the skin of my teeth or his teeth here, it means that you are just, you have just some choices, okay? Or you're working in some noted places. Coach potato means a friend who sits on a sofa, okay? And do nothing or does nothing. If he's a person, does nothing, or they don't do anything all day, okay? So my friend is such a couch potato. He is a lazy person who just sits on a sofa and does nothing. Down to earth, which means that a simple person or a normal person, okay, who doesn't want to show off, okay? He's down to earth. She is down to earth. She is, we can say like, she's a person or she's a girl who doesn't want to show off, okay? And number 4 here, the cold shoulder. To give a cold shoulder means to ignore for a purpose, okay? I give her a cold shoulder. Ignore her for a purpose, okay? For example, she is impolite girl, and I just wanted to ignore her because she's impolite. I just want to give her a lesson. So I give her a cold shoulder, okay? I can tell you like this. So play the fifth here to refuse to answer a question. Okay. Play the fifth, her questions. For example, I refuse to answer questions. Screw up means to make a mistake or a blunder, okay? Sorry, screwed up, I made a mistake, the same. Wrap up here means to finish something. I wrapped up, for example, doing my homeworks. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up, which means let's finish. To get busted, to be arrested by a policeman, okay? These guys got busted. These guys what? Arrested by, are arrested by the policeman. To have a blast means to be really interested or to have a really good time and sorry, really enjoy doing something, okay? I have a blast down as, for example, working with you. 11 here, I hear you used to express that you understand someone emotionally. I hear you, don't worry, I hear you. I understand you emotionally with my emotions. Let's go to the second here. Buy something, to believe something, or to accept something as fact or truth, okay? I'll buy it. Or you can say, for example, if you don't believe someone, you can say, I don't buy it. I don't believe it, okay? Or I don't buy you, I don't believe you. Hey, Johnny, I have $1 million. Oh, sorry, but I don't buy it. I don't believe it. Get it? Another example, I told the teacher that my dog ate my homework and she totally bought it. She totally didn't believe it, okay? Put in here, it's all good, which means sure, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, if you're, for example, talking about something and want to change your answer, it's okay, it's good, okay? So I'll tell you, it's all good. It's okay, don't worry about it. No worries, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's the same meaning. I mean, so you can say it's all good. You can say no worries, don't worry about it. Sure thing here, which means yes, absolutely, for sure. All of these meanings are for sure. I mean, like sure things have the same meaning of sure thing. No worries, don't worry, it's all good. Oh, the same, sorry. I'm good, no thank you. I don't need more. Sure. For example, if you're in a restaurant, okay, and Garrison, for example, came to you and tell you, do you want some food? And you will say, no, I'm good. Here, it doesn't mean that you're good, but it means that, thank you, I don't need more. I'm good in this situation. I don't need more, okay? Okay, so, okay, that's it. Let's go to the second, to the next, because these are the explanation, the same explanation as I explained. We have 17. I just want to get to 18. The next, if you don't mind. Thank you. So here, American phrases, no way, okay? Wow, that's interesting. I can't believe that, okay? No way means, oh, amazing. Seriously, are you kidding me? Okay, get it, get it. This is the meaning of this word. So it's interesting, for example, I can't believe that. Or are you serious? It has two meanings. The first one, which is positive, that's awesome. It means that's awesome. Number two, which is negative. Seriously, are you kidding me? This is the meaning of negative statements, okay? So if it's not clear, please tell me. That sucks. That's hopeful. Okay, so instead of saying that sucks, you can say, sorry, instead of saying that's hopeful, you can say that sucks. And not in for real, which means, are you sure? Is that so? Okay, do you say the truth? Oh, we made an accident yesterday. For real? This means, are you sure? Is that so? Okay, 20. What the heck or what the hell? Actually, it's what the hell, but I prefer it to be like what the heck instead of hell because I don't like this word. And most of native speakers use hell or heck is gonna be fine. Or what the heck is wrong with you? Why did you do so? Or why did you do that? I mean, that's, or it means it's wrong. Got it? So what's the heck? What's wrong? Put your feet up to relax, okay? Fuck all means nothing. So put your feet up, sorry, and do fuck all. Put your relax and do nothing. Dog days, which means hot. Oh, dog days means hot days, okay? And sorry, here there's a mistake, which is hung in there, which means don't give up, okay? Pipe down, which is British word. Here, stop talking to lower and sorry, the value, stop talking or lower the value, okay? So pipe down, guys, pipe down. For example, if I'm in a class, I'm a teacher and tell my students, guys, please pipe down, which means, guys, please stop talking. Pass out, which is British too here, which means to fall asleep, to fall asleep from exhaustion or from drinking too much here. So I passed out yesterday when I was in the party because I was tired. Spill the tea, which means sharing, okay? Some gossips, we can say, or some we can say those, or if you're gossiping about someone, okay, and sharing your friends' these gossips, you can say spill the tea. And bend the shape here, which means upset, okay? Don't get bent of shape just because I went out without you. I went out without you. It means that don't be upset because
Okay, I think teacher's Eqbal connection is
something problem.
Can anybody see the share screen or is it black? Teacher Eqbal is not here too.
Yeah. It's black, right?
Yep, it's black.
Back.
Why is it? Let me stop first.
And we cannot hear teacher Eqbal too.
Yeah, I think she left the meeting. Oh, she's still here. Yeah.
Now is it still black?
Still black. Yes.
Teacher Eqbal, are you still here? Your internet connection was.
I have a connection.
Oh, she's still here. Teacher Eqbal,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you too. But what's wrong with the screen? I mean, there's something, right?
Yeah.
Can you just share the screen here if you don't mind? I mean.
Okay, her internet connection is quite bad. Miss Primayanti, can you share the screen again once more?
Yeah, I try here.
Okay.
I'm so sorry for the bad connection.
Yeah, there's something problem with the internet connection. Okay.
Okay.
We can see that.
Okay, now we wait for Teacher
Yes.
Eqbal. Her internet connection is quite bad too.
But she's still here. Hello, Teacher Eqbal.
Wait a second. I think she left. She's not in the meeting right now.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, guys, be patient. there are a lot of problems here. There are a lot of problems today, right?
Unfortunately, it's not going that smoothly as we think. But I hope we can finish this.
Okay, Teacher Eqbal, hello? Can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah, it's wrong. Come on, I'm sorry. What's this?
Okay.
Okay, so we have, this is gonna be fine. It's okay, don't worry about it. So as I told you before, we have a lot of slangs, we have a lot of words, we have a lot of phrases. Do you hear me? Just I want to make sure.
Yes, we can hear you.
Great, and do you see my screen?
Yep,
we see a screen.
Okay, great. So here we have the top of my head, for example, here is use when you respond to something immediately without thinking too much about your answer, okay? So if somebody asks, for example, what percentage of population live in your city, lives in your city, you can say, off the top of my head, which means without thinking of it, I'd say about 70%, okay? To be in or out of the loop here, the loop is about being in front, okay, and knowing what's happening. So if you are in loop, when you know what's wrong, then you know what's wrong on, and it's the opposite. If you're not in a loop, it means that you don't know something. I wasn't in the office, I wasn't in the office last week. So I feel like I'm out of the loop. Here it means that I feel like I don't know anything. Here there is some things that happened. To be struck by means here, I'm sorry for this mistake. This is a great way of explaining, okay, something, This is a great thing to explain something has impressed you. For example, I was struck by how beautiful the first looked at child, okay? So you stop just for saying something and it was amazing. This is the meaning of to be struck by. And here we have some great expressions to answer how are you, okay? If someone tell you, for example, how are you, and you want to be like native speakers, you can say, I'm fine. And you can say, not too bad, thanks, which means that you're not bad and you're not good. Yeah.
Miss Eqbal, excuse me
you.
for the interruption. I am helping with the slide, but the slide is still the 20-second slide, like spill the tea, bent of shade. It's lit to hang tight.
Oh my God, it's still here.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, your slide is not like my slide, right? This is gonna be fun, I'm sorry.
Yes, right.
So, yeah, it's okay.
What slide are you now?
Okay. With you, which is like, you said spill the tea, bend of the shape, go Dutch, and so on, okay?
Yes, that's right.
To build, to ditch, yeah. Okay, so to build or to ditch, which means to leave an event or to decide not to do something, okay? And here, I give you an example. Do you want to build? Which means, do you want to leave the event? Yeah. Let's ditch. So I want to give you this, I want to ask you this question. Do you want to build? This question is for you. Do you want to pill? Do you want to leave this event?
Well, not really. We still want to hear you.
Okay, so to hang tight here, to wait patiently, okay? To wait patiently, if you say. So example here, hang tight. Okay, so wait, it means wait. I'll be with you in a minute. So instead of say wait, you can say hang out. Now let's get to the second, oh, sorry, to the next here. What's wrong with it? Okay, to ride shotgun. To ride shotgun here, to sit next to the driver. Okay, so you know that most of people like to sit next to the driver, right? If you're riding a car, for example, a wheels, you like to stay or to sit next to him, to the driver. So instead of saying like I want to ride or to ride next, I want to get, for example, to sit next to the driver, you can say just ride shotgun. Okay. For example, mom, Jack kind of ride shotgun this morning. Okay, it's my turn. It means that Jack, my brother, okay, sat next to the driver in the morning. So it's my turn now. I want to sit instead of him. So who wants to ride shotgun? Who wants to sit next to the driver? The other one here for the birds. Travel or worthless means you're worthless, for example. Cray here, which means wild or out of control. Okay. This dog is cray, this dog is wild, or this dog is out of control. At the end of the day, you can say to summarize what's the most important thing. For example, I'm explaining a lot of things that I will tell you at the end of the day, like the most important thing here that I want to tell you is blah, blah, blah. So off the top of my head here, choose when you respond to something immediately, as I told you before. So if somebody asks you, for example, here, I give you an example. What percentage of population lives in the city? Of course, I'll not be able to give them, I mean, the percentage, okay, of the population, because you didn't count them, or you're not working with the government itself, so you'll not be able to answer this question. But from your head, okay, you will answer it. So you will say, at the top of my head, I'd say about 70%. Means that this idea just from my mind, I'm not sure from it. I just tried immediately to answer this question, and I think it's 70%. To be in or out of the loop here, the loop is about being informed and knowing what's happening, okay? So if you are in a loop, okay, so in loop, then you know what's going on. And it's the opposite, vice versa. For example, if you're not in loop, then you don't know what happened. I wasn't in the office last week, so I feel like I'm out of the loop. I don't know anything, or I don't know what's happening. Just here, like a person who doesn't know anything. Okay, got it? I'm not informed by things. So to be struck by here, this is a great way of explaining that something has impressed you. For example, I was struck by how beautiful the first looked at town. So to be struck by means to stop for seeing something, and this thing was attractive. Okay, so I stopped to see the trees because they were attractive and I liked them. Let's go to the next. 85. By the way, your slides are not like mine. I don't know what's wrong with these slides, but it's gonna be fine. Here, there are some great ways to respond, okay, or great to answer, how are you? So if someone tells you, how are you? You can say, for example, not too bad, thanks, not too bad, that's it. This is if you're not too bad. If you're not happy, not sad, not good, not bad, so you can say not too bad. I'm all right, which means I'm okay. Can't complain, okay? You can say, I can't complain. It's not necessary to say, I can't complain. You can say just directly, can't complain, that's it. I'm sorry, let's go to the previous, if you don't mind. No, not this one. What's wrong with the slides? Yep. I'm fantastic, I'm amazing, I'm cool. You can say I'm sad, I'm sweet, I'm good. All of them are the same, like when you say I'm good. If you feel sad, you can say, for example, better, and you can say your things are not going great, the same. Not the best. If you spend a lot of time home, you feel bored. You can say, for example, drives me around the bend, as we said before. That's it. If you're angry, sorry, you can say I'm under the weather, which means that you're not good, you're sick. You can say I'm over the moon, which means that you're happy. Let's go to the next, if you don't mind. Thank you. Informal here and formal. We have formal and informal here, and formal cancel, and formal it is call off. Case stop. Children kids. Correct right. Call ring up. Delay put off. Avid eager. Pair seam. Allow let. Collect pick up. Circle red. Enormous big large. Let's go to the next if you don't mind. You can keep them, I mean, and if you want my slides, I can show you. And we have eager, instead of saying, for example, eager, you can say avid. Seem, appear, let, allow, call off, cancel, stop, kids. And here we have kids, children. The same, I think they are the same. Let's go to the second, sorry, to the next. They're the same. The next, if you don't mind. The next slide. Next slide, if you don't mind.
Yes, excuse me, miss. I have a problem here. It won't go next. Can you please wait?
Hello, teacher Eqbal. Pardon me.
No.
I think the time is very limited. So after that we have to do question and answer session.
Okay, so for the last thing, I just want to tell you is you can use tongue twister, and tongue twister can be used by you as students, because if you want to practice, they are very good, like sexily good sunshine shoes. You can use them very many times. Like sexily good sunshine shoes. I had some games. I wanted to give you some games, some exercises, but time is limited actually, and time's up. So we have to stop here. If you want to ask me a question, you can ask me now. I'm ready to answer.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for teacher Eqbal for deliver such excellent lesson. Well, guys, let's give big applause for our teacher today. Wow, this is so amazing. It's very amazing.
Thank you.
So, well, do you have any question for teacher Eqbal? You can unmute your microphone or by chat box.
Yes, you can raise your hand and then say your name, say where you're from, and also don't forget to turn on camera, or you can just send it in the chat soon.
Yep, maybe we will see from chat box first.
Yep.
There is a question.
There's one question from Sarah Ali. Hello, with Sarah Ali. She said, can we use these phrases, the phrases in the slide, with American and British people? How is it, teacher Eqbal?
Yeah. Okay, so for this question, I just want to tell you something. Her name is what? What's her name?
Sarah Ali.
Sarah? Is it Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually there are some phrases that are common in English and in Britain. In America, sorry, and in Britain. But in some situations that, no, you can't. For example, Britain or British people have some slang, some words and phrases that can't be used with American people. So not all of them actually, just some. Which are popular. I mean, you can search for this thing, or we can manage for another one. Another question?
Okay, maybe. Come on, guys. Maybe you have any question for teacher Eqbal? Maybe from Adrian from Bandung.
Here, someone raised their hand. Miss Purwi Tasari from Ponorogo. Ponorogo, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Too fast.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, dear. Hi, dear.
Okay. Actually, my name is Yulila Pansari, but I have problem with my cell phone, so I use my sister. Actually, my sister also joined the Zoom also, but my cell phone is didn't work, so I use my sister. Okay, great explanation. I have questions.
Thank you.
This one. you know, when we are in the still young, we have thought about grammar and structure that make stuck our mind to speak. You know, actually we want to speak casual speech, but sometimes we think about grammar. For example, like when I say, when we waiting for a long time, yeah. And actually, I want to just say, I'm waiting. Hey guys, I'm waiting for you so long time, but I still stuck with in my mind that I use present perfect tense. I have been waited you for 3 hours. This one. Let's make that. How we train our mind to make. We can speak flow this one without think about grammar, without think about structure. Thank you so much.
Great. Okay, so in this situation, yeah, you're welcome. Anytime, it's my pleasure. So in this situation, I mean, just want to tell you something. English is just like to practice and practice and practice. Okay, first of all, if you want to be like native speakers, you have to be confident in yourself. And number two, you have not to think about others' attitudes or what they're going to talk about you. Got it? And number three, you have to, first of all, to care about accuracy, not about fluency. And when I say accuracy, it means that you have to care about the correct grammar, first of all, as a beginning. And then after that, time by time, I mean, by time, you can be able, I mean, to speak like them fast and well, correctly. But I want to tell you something. If you are speaking fast, doesn't mean that you're an amazing person or you're a great person, because even native speakers, if they speak very fast, they will make some mistakes. And it's not a good way, actually, because they'll make some mistakes in pronunciation, in stress, in intonation, and so on, okay? So the most important thing when you speak is to be a fluent person or to speak fluently, okay? And it means that to speak smoothly, okay? Strongly, smoothly, with correct grammar. This is the most important thing, not to speak very fast. It's not, I mean, it's not a matter of speaking fast or speaking slow, but it's a matter of speaking smoothly without stopping, without, for example, without making mistakes. Got it? But as I told you before, you have to think time by time, okay? And I mean, by practicing, you'll be able to just speak without thinking about grammar or about the ideas or about idioms. It's just a matter of practicing, listening to native speakers, trying to imitate them. This is something amazing and very good. Thank you so much for your question. And thanks for attending my session today.
Okay, thank you for the great explanation.
Okay.
That's my pleasure.
Okay,
any other question?
Maybe from another participant, Mr. Samshir, maybe Muhammad Samshir or Mr. Safik.
So we have someone who raised hand, Mr. Ardian from
Ardian.
Bandung. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Ardian.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity, host. So it was a really good explanation. Hello, anyway, first of all, hello, Miss Eqbal. Thank you so much for the explanations. My name is Ardian. I'm from Bandung, Indonesia. Right here, I would like to ask you questions. Anyway, the way you explain things personally, it was a bit like really fast for me, because you know I really needed to keep up when you explain things. But luckily, I can keep up. It's okay, you know. I mean, it's not your problem. It's actually my problem. The question is...
No, it's maybe it was my problem, but...
Okay, so the question is from the things that you have explained before, that you talk about how to sound like a native. You said to shorten words or something, and then when you got into slang, that you gave us a lot of slangs, and it was really interesting. It was really interesting. The question is, you know, when it comes to slang, I once talked to my friends that they said that, the slang has some kind of, I don't know, they don't really use that slang anymore, or the slang itself is actually already outdated. And the question is, how are we going to know that the slang is outdated and the native speakers actually don't use the slang anymore? How do we like manage to know that or something like that?
Okay, so thank you, Ardian, for this question. Thank you for being with me. Actually, in this case, I mean, you can listen to many movies, okay, or songs, for example, and sure, you'll be able to pick up some words or slangs. And you can search on internet. You have Fluent we have Fluent website, okay? So you can go to this page or yeah, and get I mean some words or phrases from them. You can read more. But I think the best thing or the best source is to listen to movies, songs, and so on, because you will get the updated words, phrases, and slangs. Get it? This is we can say the best way. Yeah. Got it?
She got it. Thank you, Miss Eqbal.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
It's my pleasure.
Maybe from
I don't want to tell them I'm sorry for speaking fast.
It's not a problem. It's like
no, not a problem. You're there for such excellent lesson, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, very much.
We see the chat box. We still have a question here. Haura.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, there is 2 questions.
Right.
Yep. Miss Alfred, would you read it?
No, you better read that.
Okay. So from Moroge BM, the question is, can we use casual speech with non-native speakers?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. I'll tell you something here. Not all times. Sometimes you can use casual speech with non-native speakers, but not all of them will understand you, because you know that most of people in many schools, or we can say most of students, most of learners learned English through what? Through schools, universities, and academic places, right? So the language that they have is academic language, or we can say like formal language. So some students, some learners learn casual speech through movies or through this sources, like we can say, and some of them not. So some can understand you, some can't. But it depends on the person himself. I mean, if you're speaking with someone who always looks for these things, it's going to be fine with him. He can or she can understand you. They can understand you well. Otherwise, it will be a little bit difficult. Another question?
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Teacher Eqbal, for the explanation. Also,
it's my pleasure.
Can I add something?
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Sure.
It is my experience when I studied English before. When I use grammar when I want to speak something.
Sorry, the voice is not clear.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly?
No, not clear. Not that much clear. Raise your voice or check the internet connection.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly? My experience when I studied English for the first time, so many courses here.
What did you say, sorry?
My experience when I studied English for the first time, I used grammar. And then some of my friends said to me, oh, what for? You use grammar, the main point, you study English and your friend and your partner understand what you say. It is for the first time. But there is my friend said to me that if you use grammar correctly when you speak, it means you are educated person. Is it true or not? Maybe in your country or another country, I don't know. But I'm curious until now. Okay, that's the question.
Miss Haura, Miss Alpha, did you hear the question well? She was
Okay.
talking about the grammar.
Yeah, I think from what I got, Miss Tipi said that when you are good at grammar, you are an educated person. Is that the question, Tipi? Oh, okay.
Yes, that's my question.
So I think she said when you use grammar, when you are very good at grammar, you are an educated person. Is it true?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Doesn't mean that you're an educated person. It means that you're a good speaker, actually. So if you use this grammar correctly, it means that you're a good speaker, and that's it. Educated person, we use it just when you have a lot of information about a lot of things in many fields and so on, okay? So we can say literally that you're an educated person, but we can say that you can speak well like native speakers. And we know that if you speak with good grammar, yeah, I mean, grammar is essential and very important, I mean, in speaking, right? That's it. This is the issue itself. Thank you for your question, dear.
Okay, Miss Pipi.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Okay, we still have one question for teacher Eqbal. This is from Natalie. We can see that from chat box. She said that which pronunciation is better, British or American?
Okay, so in this case, I don't want to tell you that British is better than American or American is better than grammar. Actually, use both of them. But it depends where do you want to go. Or do you want to take IELTS or do you want to get TOEFL? Do you want to go to Britain or do you want to go to America? So it depends where do you want to go to. But I think British is stronger than American. American is famous or well known by many people. Okay, so most of people now speak American accent, not British, but British is strong, so strong. So the case here is where do you want to go? But if you're still a student, you can get both. Okay, you can get American and British, and it's gonna be fantastic. You can get also Australian. And thank you for your question, Natalie.
Okay, where is Natalie? I cannot see you. Hello, Natalie.
Me too. But thank you very much for the question.
Yeah.
So I think any more question, Ms. Alpha, can you see?
Okay. Natalie said, thanks. I hope my English be like yours. Or like teacher Eqbal, I mean. Okay, guys, maybe other questions for teacher Eqbal before we close our session today?
Please, you don't have to feel nervous. You don't have to feel shy.
Yes, just be confident.
Yeah, if you have any questions, just please ask me and I'm ready to answer all of your questions.
Ms. Alpha, perhaps you have questions?
Well, actually, I have a lot of questions for teacher Eqbal, but I don't know, suddenly it's blank like that, you know? Because
it's okay, it's okay. You can ask me, you can ask me.
No, because
you're always welcome, actually.
You're so, you know, I like your accent, you know, I know you use like British accent like that. And then I try to, okay, I have a lot of questions, but suddenly blank like that.
It's okay, you can ask me anytime.
Okay, maybe from others?
Yes, feel free to ask before we end our sessions today.
Maybe Hora, you have a question for our teacher today?
Well, I have just one question that I was willing to ask. Teacher Eqbal, you have said before that, you know, to speak fluently in casual English speaking, one of the points that you have to think in English, was it? So if, for example, if you're an Arabic person, don't think in Arabic, but think in English. Or if you're an Indonesian person, when you want to talk English, please think in English, not think in Indonesian. My point is, how do you change your mind from, for example, if you're an Indonesian person, how do you change it from Indonesian mind into an English mind? Because sometimes even if I practice, even if I talk myself in the mirror, sometimes my mind is still in Indonesian, even though if I want to speak in English. Do you perhaps have any other advice in doing that? Thank you.
Great. So this is a great question. So what I wanted to say is don't translate, okay? So when you think in Indonesian, for example, language, you always translate the words, right? Or phrases. So you try just to put it, so the structure will not be the same, get it? So structure will be different between, Indonesian language or Arabic language and English language. So try not to translate. This is the point. If you don't translate, it's gonna be fine. It means that you are thinking in English, get it?
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, thank you very much, Teacher Eqbal.
Thank you too. I'm so happy today to be with you. And I just want to thank you, Ms. Hauda and Ms. Alfat. It was an amazing time with you. And I just want to spend more time. Yeah, thanks to Mr. Rebecca. Thanks to all people who attended with me today. And I hope to be more and more, but time is up and I couldn't get or find time to explain more. But I hope to find you next time during next sessions. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we can wait to see you again here. Maybe we can meet again in VLC March 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, well, Hara and Teacher Eqbal, because the time is running out, unfortunately, we have to close this program. But before...
Excuse me, I want to say something to...
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Okay, well, actually, I want to say besides you are so beautiful, extremely beautiful, but you are really amazing to, to deliver presentations. I really, you have amazing, like, do you have a really powerful slide. I can see, I can feel that actually. And then I want to say thank you so much. Thank you a bunch for special the expert teacher, the expert coach from Yemen, teacher Eqbal. I hope one day you have come to Indonesia, because right now you have like you have a friends here, it's like participants. They come from another province, Indonesia. So teacher Eqbal, I believe this is not the last time for you, but maybe for the next programs like batch 3 in VLC-Indonesia, maybe I can invite you to again to be the next speakers, okay, for batch 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Of course. Okay. So for me, I'm so happy. I can get useful knowledge here from your slide. And then after this, I want to share to your slide because it's really interesting for me and especially for all the participants. Maybe it's really useful for using in the classroom, of course, in Indonesia. It's okay?
Okay. It's okay, of course.
Wow.
I'll be happy to share my information with my students or with all people here who attended with me today.
Okay, maybe after this, I want to call you by after this, and then I want to say something to you all actually. And then I want to say thank you so much to all the participants. Don't forget to see you tomorrow with teacher Meruyert, if I not wrong to pronounce, from Kazakhstan. She is the founder actually of English course in Almaty in Kazakhstan. So in the same time, yes, actually. And don't forget to using a background of VLC-Indonesia. And I really hope that you can open your camera, please, for tomorrow. Okay, this is my hope actually. Thank you so much for the best panel host, Miss Alfat and Haura. Haura, you are still a student, but you are really adorable, and you are Indonesian students in teaching or study in Arabic actually in Riyadh. Yes, I'm waiting you Indonesia, Haura and Miss Alpha. Thank you so much. You are very good to conduct our program today. Okay, bye bye. I'm Mr. Bako. Thank you so much for Eqbal. Okay, back to Alpha and Haura.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Baker. So honestly, we also want to hear a lot of experience and also knowledge from our teacher, but the time is running up. But before that, I want to hear some impression from our participants about our lesson today, about teacher Eqbal. So I'm waiting for 2 participants. Maybe something for teacher Eqbal?
From Indonesia, perhaps, for now.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Ardian from Bandung again. Could you give us a few words for teacher Eqbal?
You are the star, Adrian. Okay.
Actually, this is really good. Good and at the same time, it's also challenging personally for me because like I said, the Miss Eqbal actually have a really good skill in speaking, and also like I was like, oh, okay, what did she say? Oh, okay, this one, okay. So I really need to keep up. It was challenging, but it was really good actually, and great explanation, of course.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Arvian, for the impressions.
Maybe from other participants from Indonesia?
From Indonesia, okay. I would like to ask from Isma from Banjarbaru, perhaps. Just a few words or just one word for teacher Eqbal. Could you hear us, Isma from Banjarbaru?
Miss Isma, you just need 2 words. Not 2
just
paragraphs.
2 words. No.
Not 2 paragraphs. Not enough. Just 2 words. Hello. Hello, Miss Isma.
Isma is still you're still on mute.
Okay.
Sorry. I have to do the same job at the same time, but I try to focus on Eqbal presentation. So what should I say?
Just 2 words for teacher Eqbal, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
What's your
is
impression?
For a teacher, for me as a teacher, this is awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. And the second is,
I agree.
It's really useful.
Useful. Okay, I agree very much. Thank you very much, teacher.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Isma. And maybe one more, one more from abroad, perhaps.
Okay, from abroad.
We can see, well, actually, there's a lot of people here, but Fernanda from Mexico, can you unmute, perhaps?
Or maybe Mrs. Hanrobi. She always have a lot of words.
Yeah. From abroad, Fernanda from Mexico, could you unmute? Or there's actually a lot
Fernanda. Fernanda, are you there? Are you asleep? Oh no, it's midnight there.
It's midnight in Mexico, right? So I think she's asleep. Okay, maybe from another country, we can see from Natalie. Natalie, could you please give us perhaps 2 words to teacher Eqbal? But she's in the chat box, right? Natalie, are you in the chat box?
Are you right in the chat box? No, she's not in here. Natalie, hello? Or maybe from who? Morocco? From Riyadh? Oh no, Saudi Arabia?
From me?
Yeah, Morocco is different.
Well, it's okay. For me, well, I also like to thank teacher Eqbal very much for your presentation. It was really helpful and I learned a lot of slang from you rather than from movies. But again, I hope I can meet you again in another batch 3 of VLC-Indonesia. Thank you very much, teacher Eqbal.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here today.
Okay, because no one want to say something for teacher Eqbal, so because time is running out.
Because girls, I know that girls feel shy a little bit, so they don't want to participate.
Yeah.
And actually today I didn't invite any of my students because all of them are in the university, so I couldn't invite them. I'm so sorry for this thing.
Okay, teacher
all
Eqbal,
my students are in the university.
Okay, teacher Eqbal.
Yeah.
I want to hear that you 1 word or maybe 1 sentence for VLC-Indonesia from you.
Okay, so I want to thank VLC-Indonesia for everything they have done and for everything they do always. This is such an amazing platform with you, Mr. Bako, and with Hauda, with Alpha. They are so amazing. And I'm proud to be with you, of course. It's my honor and my pleasure too. I just want to tell you that thank you so much from core of my heart, from deep of my heart. Thank you so much.
And then did you promise that you want to come to Indonesia? When do you want to come there?
When?
Did you promise you want to come to Indonesia?
When I can.
When's that?
When I can, when I have a chance, I'll come, of course.
Okay.
And I don't want to forget great. And I want to thank Miss Sukma. I want to thank also Miss Sukma. She was a creative person and an amazing person too. And I thank her from here. I want to thank her from this platform and today. Thank you, Miss Sukma. If you are hearing me, thank you. Mr. Baka, of course, and I have a chance, I'll come to Indonesia and I hope to see you all.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, no worries. And after this, I wanna go to Yemen actually.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I want you all to come to Yemen. All of you girls, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Teacher Eqbal, I want to hear something from you. Can you say some word with Indonesian language? Maybe.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I want to challenge you. Say something in Indonesia.
Yeah, Mr. Baka taught me before some words, but I forget them.
Okay.
Oh my God. Can you just show me? Can you give me some words? And I'll repeat them. Just give me some words, some phrases, and I will repeat.
There is in the chat box from Miss Sukma from Makassar. She say, "Can you say terima kasih?"
Terima kasih. But I will add some word. Terima kasih kakak. Teacher Eqbal, are you there?
Oh, her internet. It's kind of a problem.
Oh no. She's out? Oh no.
Teacher Eqbal, are you still here?
Teacher Eqbal. Hello? Don't go, please.
We haven't finished yet.
We are not finished yet.
No, where's Teacher Eqbal?
We're still waiting. Something wrong with the connection, I think.
Teacher Eqbal, are you still here?
Hello?
Today's internet connection is not very good, right?
Okay, she left and
I think it's midnight in Yemen, so maybe she has problem with the situations and also connection.
Okay. No, she's out, but she's still waiting for her.
Okay, we wait for Teacher Eqbal first, and then we can quickly go to the closing, right, Ms. Alfred?
Yep. So what we do now, Mr. Baker?
Oh yeah. One more thing I would like to say, please don't forget to screenshot our meeting today, so it is approved. And you will need to upload the screenshot in the attendance form that will be sent by Mr. Baker, right? Mr. Baker will send the attendance form in WhatsApp group. Can I get the email of Ms. Eqbal? Oh,
wait. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. Teachers, ladies from Spain wants to say something to you.
Oh, hello.
Hello there. Wow.
Yeah.
Hello.
Wow. Hello.
Can you share the screen? Can you share it?
Hello.
Hello.
You can say something to our participants.
Hello, everybody. I hope that you're having a great class, and I hope that you're enjoying your class with Mr. Bacco.
Wow. She wants to join for the next meeting. Wow.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, we can't wait.
We can't wait.
Okay, we're still waiting for Teacher Eqbal.
Oh no, she's not here. She's not here yet. Sorry, she's not here yet. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm really sorry. Where? She's not here yet. So, well, guys, to be honest, this is so fun program for me, and this is great lesson for me, being personal. And so, what we gonna do, Mr. Becker? You're on mute. You're on mute. We cannot hear your voice. Mr. Becker?
Mr. Becker, are you talking to us? Or are you talking to your phone? Teacher Eqbal is here, I think.
Okay, great. Hello, Teacher Eqbal.
Wait a second. She's joining the meeting right now. Hello, Teacher Eqbal, are you still here? Teacher Eqbal, are you still here? Lost connection again.
Hello, Teacher Eqbal.
Oh, here, she's here.
Oh,
Sorry
finally.
for the problem that happened.
Yeah, that's okay.
That occurred. Yeah.
Okay. Teacher Eqbal, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Can you say one or two words in Indonesia? Like Mrs. Sukma said that,
yes.
Please say terima kasih, kakak.
What is it again?
Terima kasih, kakak.
Terima kasih, tata, like this?
Yeah.
That's very good.
Can you say it again? Terima kasih, kakak.
Terima kasih, tata. Right?
Yeah, that's very good. Wow.
Oh, amazing. So happy.
Sama-sama, kakak Eqbal.
Terima kasih, tata. I'll give it a first. I'll use it all the time. Though I didn't know the meaning of this word or this phrase, but it's gonna be fun. Can you tell me the meaning of this phrase?
It is mean thank you, sister.
Oh, great. So terima kasih, tata.
Sama-sama, kakak.
Sama-sama, kakak.
Yeah, you're welcome, sister.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, Hara, to be honest, this is so fun and great experience for all of us, right? But finally, I want to say thanks to our brilliant teacher, Teacher Eqbal from Yemen. Yeah, we can wait to see you again, maybe in the next meeting. But I'm really sorry that today we have to close this program. with you. I hope you always success and you always healthy, always health wherever you are. And so, Haura, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I also want to say personally, thank you, Teacher Eqbal, for coming today. I hope I can see you again in the next meeting too. And also, I also want to thank to all the participants from Indonesia and also from abroad for participants in the 5th day of VLC-Indonesia program. Do not forget, tomorrow we also have the same meeting on Sunday at the same time with a teacher from Kazakhstan.
Inshallah. Right.
Bye-bye.
And no, go. Finally, I have to say thanks to Haura as my best house partner today. We are twin actually.
Thank you, Miss Austin.
Thank you so much for today. And yeah, we had a lot of fun during this session. So we are really hope this event can inspire us and then making us more credible and making us more smarter and to be useful person to our environment. So I'm Alfat from Serang, Banten, Indonesia, and my channel host.
I'm Haura from Indonesian School of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Don't forget, we still have a lesson tomorrow on Sunday again at the same time with International English Training Class Batch 2 by VLC Indonesia. And please, to whoever wants, visit VLC Indonesia platform. You can check it on Instagram, VLC Indonesia, and you also can check the YouTube channel on VLC Indonesia. Have a nice day. See you there. Please stay safe and healthy. Bye. And bye-bye. Thank you very much, Teacher Eqbal, once more.
Dear, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Teacher Eqbal. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You can leave the meeting now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Haura.
Thank you too.
Host Jody.